Yo, what's up, everyone, man? I know it's been a minute, long time no see, but welcome everybody that's tuning in. Welcome to Knowledge and Relationships Toxic Tuesdays lineup, and I got introduced to Sophisticated Jerk, man. Thank you for tuning in, man, and showing up.
Nah, no doubt, man. We about to cook today, man. What topic you got, man? What you cooking up? I know you always got some good video clips and subjects, man.
And so we're gonna react to, man, the balloon guy, man, who scams men for over $14,000, and yet does the unthinkable, bro. So
Damn.
yeah, matter of fact, yeah, we're gonna play like a couple of clips, man. But I think, man, what would probably make sense is for me to play a video from O'Shea Dude Jackson, and I'm gonna get some reactions from MTR as well too. So, because yeah, that part is definitely important right there too. So, go ahead. I'm gonna pull that up for you guys for a second, okay? Oops, it's been a minute since I been doing these live streamings, man. So the boy's a little rusty for a second,
It's all good, man. We gonna get through it.
Yeah, there we go.
What's good?
Oh gosh, hold on. I just had to go
What's
back.
good, man? It's your boy. Oh.
All right, there we go. We'll go ahead and we're gonna present it on the screen.
So you said MTR, he's involved in all this.
Yeah, I mean, fortunately, man, the guy, I mean, bless his heart, man. Like, he really was trying to advocate for the man because, I mean, a lot of times, man, we always get, accused of a lot of things, man. And sometimes women do go out the way, man, to make our lives like a living hell. But because we know that, man, society doesn't really care about men as much, man. The fact that, the guy, had a platform that he could actually go to, and MTR kind of having sympathy for the person due to his livelihood, I can kind of see how he didn't really do a lot of proper research. I think he was just really more advocating for the fact that sometimes men have a right to be proven innocent until guilty. But fortunately, man, because of scammers like that, man, it's why men will always remain as guilty until proven innocent. Salutes to Mr. Best, man. Thank you for tuning in. Okay. Shout outs to the intellectual soapbox. Yes, definitely. Salute to the family. Salute. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead, man. We're gonna play this.
I'm interested because I definitely after we watch the videos, I got some pushback for MTR.
Okay.
Got some smoke for the homie.
Oh man. All right. Well, look. Good thing, man, about O'Shea Dude Jackson, man. He's a great, excellent summarizer. So we're gonna go.
Oh yeah, no, facts.
What's good, everybody? It's your boy. Oh shit.
Okay.
You can look at his interactions with women or a more popular show. It's called Pop the Balloon or Find Love. Now, the Pop the Balloon segment is not new to YouTube. It's been done for a long time, but she does it primarily with an African American or Black audience. And one of her more popular shows had a young brother by the name of Aaron who came on to the show. Now, the way you can look at his interactions with women could be one or two things. One could be, well, he's a little...
I ain't gonna lie, bro. He really do look like a turtle, though.
Now my man looked like a bootleg Mike Tyson.
Oh, damn.
like a low budget Mike Tyson and stuff.
Yeah.
What was that kind of Street Fighter that they had? The Mike Tyson lit Balrog.
Yeah, Balrog. Yeah,
that's what my man looked like, man.
Hey, he got his biceps up there like Balrog too, though. So,
yeah, no. He definitely doing some curls and shit.
For sure, man. Let's go ahead and play the video.
A little bit too feminine in how he reacts to what the ladies are saying, or two, he's just clapping back. And what I saw when I first looked at it was, okay, yeah, I wouldn't act like that, but hey, I think he's giving them a little bit of the same energy they're giving him, right? That's what I think. And plus, he's making it entertaining. That's what these shows do. I mean, I have the Pan-African Dating Show, and although these shows are definitely real, the guy's entertaining. He's making, what people want, which is he's a personality, and that's what people like to see. That's why we're talking about him right now. Unfortunately for him, he posted on his Instagram status that people had called in to his job as a plumber and got him fired. Now, once this happened, he appeared on mediocre tutorials and reviews.
So before we get to mediocre tutorials and reviews, we're gonna back up a little bit, right? So this is the post that pretty much made him famous. All this clout got me fired from work. Man, I really love plumbing and I'm good at it. And they got that taken from me. Crying emoji, angry emoji. Y'all are sick. They called the company 500 times and are messing up business. Right then, I sure already knew that seems a little scamish. Because here's the thing, right? It seems a little bit too over exaggerated. Why would people actually have the time in the world call your company up 500 times? How they even find out where you worked at? I mean, well, it's probably easy for people to look up where you work, but I don't know, man. Like right there, like for a person like, who again making claims that he could pull out 100K out of the bank, I mean, you should be able to do whatever you can, man. So if you get fired, dust your shoulders off, man, and try to look for somewhere else who might work or have your own business, in my opinion. But I don't know, man. I just felt like he's talking about clout, but it's like the kettle called black or whatever, or the pot called the kettle black.
Yeah, no, it was just weird because, like I said, I didn't really see the statement, but I did see like he lost his job, and I was just like, man, that seemed kind of weird because, there are some people that be doxing, but not to that extreme where, and even though I think he was over the top in the video, because I don't think you should match energy like that. I think, man, if somebody rejects you, man, you just keep it pushing, man, and you find the one that rocks with you. So I think that's where he messed up in that video. Kind of like go back and crack the jokes with him. I think he should have handled that differently. But just looking at this right here, it's just like, yeah, I just don't see how anybody could, like you said, find your job, call them up, and then even then you just cracking jokes on some females on the show. That's not like typically HR worthy for a business to like let you go because of that. Because it wasn't like he was like calling them the B word and stuff like that. If he did that, then I could see, but just kind of like talk as a mess. I don't think, a company would really get that involved in their, into his like lifestyle like that. So yeah, it just seemed off. I was like, damn, they must be a tight company where he work at,
Right.
For them to intervene like that. So
yeah, we're going to continue on. We're going to move forward just a little bit. So we're going to go talk about MTR for a second.
And on MTR's channel, he gave some commentary about this.
The way that he was behaving, the output of that was a lot of people labeling that as sassy. Sassy? Because I saw it, and a lot of men saw it, as a man defending himself. What is your profession? After that, mainstream media today has proven decade after decade that they are not used to men standing up for themselves. So at the point that a man stands up for himself, live and direct, in front of your face, slaps back, it gets met with ire from both men and women alike. Now, the conversation has turned from a internet topic, and it's now diving down deep into, did y'all really go out your way to destroy this man's career? I think that it's absolutely disgusting. I think that it's absolutely deplorable that the way that he conducted himself on that show made you so angry, enhanced your bitter so much that you went out of your way and called his job an uncountable amount of time. First, y'all doxed him, called his job an uncountable amount of times in order to hurt him.
So,
yeah. So, yeah, let's talk about that. So again, man, like I guess if I was in that situation and that situation was like really dire and legit, I would really appreciate somebody like MTR with a bigger platform, sticking up for me. But however, mistakes was definitely made. And we can't fall to the assumption that, what's going on with this man's life and his career was actually valid. And as you start to like kind of like get deeper into it, then you start to kind of like, understand, learn that, well, this dude was like, like I think he was a convicted felon. Like people who has felonies, man, like they ain't gonna be working like as a plumber. They wouldn't want nobody like that to actually be in other people's homes, like fixing their pipes and stuff. Like I don't know, like that's just me because I feel like that's how like jobs kind of work or whatever to protect like their brand. But I mean, kudos to him for trying to stick up to the guy. But before even making blanket statements, I will have the receipts. I will have to have the receipts ready, even if it's in a private conversation. Or I understand that he's trying to, like, when he brought him to his platform, he gave him a chance to speak. But again, he did pretty much allow the guy to, like, shout out his cash app. So that's another thing too that I feel like, well, damn, like people from the MT Army will support him even more. You tell him to get away from GoFundMe, use Cash App, and people who donate at Cash App, I hope they could get their money back because it might be hard for them.
But see, I agree with you saying. I think with plumbing, even if you have a criminal background, if you know how to do the trades, I think they would let you go in there. So I don't think that's a gig on you.
Okay.
This is mainly, but the issue I have with like MTR in this case is, I don't care that he wants to stand up for somebody. I think sometimes, like you said, that's a good thing. Like you standing up for somebody for the right reasons, but just how he even started off that like whole speech that he was giving in the beginning, where he was just like, he was standing up for himself. It's like, man, some females not liking you and saying some comments, that's not standing up for yourself. I can see if they like put their hands on you or something like that, but it's just like by them saying some like stuff that hurt your feelings, like that's sensitive if that is how you view like standing up for yourself. Because it's like by now, man, at a certain age, all guys experience a little bit of rejection. So you can't handle a little bit of rejection, man. You got to do some internal thinking and you got to figure out what's wrong with you and why you reacting like that. So, this guy going down the line, I mean, of course, some of the females pop the balloons. That's cute, but you just blow that stuff off. The first one was like, oh, I wasn't feeling you. Okay, thank you. Appreciate your feedback. And you just handle it smooth like that. And then probably one of the ones down the line would have like hollered at him, and maybe none of them would have like messed with him like that. But you just keep it pushing, you keep it gentleman, because you never know who's ever watching you from a distance. So it's just like maybe all the females on the show would have like rejected you, but it said some smart comments. But by you being cool and blowing them off like that stuff don't even matter. Somebody else could have been watching the show. It's like, hey, you know what? I like how that guy handled himself. Let me holler at him. But now, since he took that approach, and he was all kind of in his feelings, but even MTR trying to back him up, it's just like, okay, you're looking at it like, oh, well, I'm going to jump in here because this guy was defending himself. It's like, man, that makes you look corny too. And y'all the same guys that are like preaching to guys how they need to maneuver in life. And obviously, if you thinking like this is standing up for yourself, it's just like, man, you might not need to be giving like the advice to a bunch of guys because that's totally off base. Give me some guys with some game and they're going to tell you like, nah, you don't operate like this as no man. This ain't no damn standing up for yourself. Like your life wasn't under duress and no shit like that with these females and stuff. They just pop some balloons. If that shit set you off, like you got some deeper issues that you need to fix. So that's where I think he was wrong from the jump. Like you don't even defend no bullshit like this. If you used to talk about you're a masculine man and you're pushing like masculinity on your platform, This is what was the term back? Bitch assness at its finest. Like this, there's nothing masculine about a dude getting in his feelings because some chicks rejected you. Man, I would have left this balloon shit. All of them could pop their balloons. I would have been at the club hollering. Like this shit would have had no impact on my life. Nah, for real, man. I would have went to the mall, then to the club, hollered at like 100 joints, like and gave two damns about what they did on this show. So it's like if that shit, like if you eternally like this shit is bothering you. Yeah, you got no game and you weak as shit, and that's just the reality. So anybody defending this bullshit, yeah, you ain't got no game either. Y'all lumped together. Y'all just want to be mad and shit. Do some like some rally and stuff with some other dudes that's like bitter too. And it's just like, man, stick up for the right things, man. You know, I'm all about defending like wrong, but it's like for a dude getting rejection, like, man, you ain't about to see me like coddling your ass. I'm gonna tell you get back on that Ave, on that blade, and get your weather together, and holler at something else. I'm like, they don't like you, man. Move on. Like, why are we even talking about this? That's how like the OGs around me would have been like, man, why are you even stressing that shit? You see them other ones over there? Go over there and holler at them. So yeah, for MTR to even like waste time out of his day to address this shit shows like he lacks a little bit of like the knowledge that he's trying to portray on these channels and stuff. My bad, man. I was rambling like a mug.
What's up, Stan? You speaking facts, and salutes to Stan, man. Good morning to you, Stan. Glad that you're up. Hey, if you want to pull up, man, pull up, Stan. Like, in fact, let me go ahead and post like the link, man, so y'all could join your boy. But no, everything you're saying, man, like, you are definitely spot on, Sophisticated Jerk, because like, here's the thing, right? All this wouldn't even like, really escalate to that point. And I get that people sometimes do things for entertainment, but the woman just wasn't feeling you. And what makes you look even less attractive is that you're gonna say, well, you did me a favor by rejecting me. Like you're saying a lot of extra stuff. And anybody who rejects you, now it's like, okay, they're afraid to like really be super confrontational, because if they do, then you're gonna like, pretty much like try to outsass them. Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, you're on vacation this week, man. My bad, Stan, but definitely have fun, So
I hope your vacation sucks, Stan. No, I'm joking.
That's the problem, man. Like, yeah, like, yo, when they reject you, man, like, just move on, man. Like, I wouldn't even like, honestly, bro, like, I wouldn't even give like two shit shakes, bro. Like, you walk in, man, and they're like popping balloons. I'm like, I don't even care about like, oh, why he didn't pop the balloon, or no, why you pop your balloon. I'd be like, man, I don't care if she popped a balloon. Can we go to the next one? I want to hear the ones who did not pop their balloons, the ones who are really feeling me. So
yeah, because I mean, there was a couple, like I said, as soon as he came on, they was just being rude. They were like, pop, cool, man, keep it moving. Then he moved down the aisle like to the first girl, and that's when he first started getting back at her, because he was just like, hey, I'm just not feeling you. Then he said some smart remarks, and then the one next to him like popped the balloon, because she was hearing them go back and forth. So that's why I'm saying, like, with him like kind of getting in those interactions, like he's messing up all the interactions because of that. Because if I was a female in that line and I heard him going back and forth with some petty shit, I would have popped my balloon too. I'd be like, dude, this dude's sensitive. Like, damn, like he could have moved down the line and hollered at, gave us some attention. Some of them, the other ones that was like interested in him and stuff, but he over there wasting time, man. This is a dude that don't understand time, the value of time and shit, wasting it on somebody that don't like you. And that's the thing with a lot of guys, man. They want everybody to always like them, and it's just like the world don't work like that. You want some females sometimes to disqualify themselves, so you don't waste no time chasing the wrong female that don't even like you. So yeah, some of them that was popping a balloon, you'd be like, okay, cool, man. There's like 6 left in this joint. Shit, there's a female behind the camera I might holler at if these motherfuckers don't like me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
You scan the whole room. Everybody's a victim. Like, shit, if this don't go right, I'm gonna holler at the cook that was downstairs.
Yeah, I would look, man. Like, you gotta go where you're wanted. Go where you're celebrated, not where you're tolerated. That's what most
absolutely
people say now these days. And then, okay, so let me go ahead. I'm gonna jump to like the GoFundMe if I can find it, because I saw it, and then
my man did a GoFundMe. Yeah, he was trying to milk this shit, man.
Yeah, damn, where's that little GoFundMe at? Because he was okay. I'm pretty sure. There we go. All right. So Yeah, man. So the dude created his little GoFundMe joint. Again, this is the man that says I have 100,000 racks that I could pull out of my bank. What can you do? Can you do that? You lose your job? Well, sort of, I guess. And now you're begging people for like, for money for what? You have $100,000 out of the bank. If you was a good saver, then you'll be able to pull some of that stuff out. Now, here's the thing, right? I think GoFundMe, like, they needed to definitely see receipts before he was able to, like, pull money out. So one of the things I will say about GoFundMe, right? They really try to protect like the people who are donating to the cause. If you ain't got no receipts, don't even think about trying to start a GoFundMe fund because we got a lot of scammers out there, especially like the brick lady scammer. That was a hot mess, and now he's doing no better. You know what I mean? Let me see. That's what the girl who picked them did. She got the number of the next panelist and the staff behind the scenes. Trey Ferg, what's up? Salutes to you. Salutes. A bro will be a fool to go on these balloon shows moving forward.
Nah, facts. Yeah, that's the other piece. Like, why the hell y'all even going to these things, man? Like,
I mean, people go there. I mean, look, if you want to like get your self-esteem like down, like if you want to have low self-esteem, go to those balloon shows. By the time you ask like matter of fact, by the time they see like your shoes, they're already popping. Before you know it, I mean, these probably will hear the footsteps and they'll start popping. So again, man, I wouldn't waste my time on these shows, man, because these women, they're shallow in there.
But it's almost like they set up for, some of them females to get their jollies off on like popping a balloon anyways. So I mean, you got to go in there and understand that like shit, they gonna probably pop this shit anyway. So I'm gonna go in this mug swagged out. I'm gonna have a little bit of fun if you even gonna go there in the first place. I'm with Ferg on that. Like, man, I ain't about to go no ways. But it's like if you go in there, you automatically already know, like, hey, they about to pop these balloons. But I'm at least gonna have a good conversation with y'all and have them in there laughing and shit. So when I do walk off, some of them might be like, you know what, damn, I might have to change my mind. Let me holler at him behind the scenes. I just wanted to pop my balloon, but shit, let me go holler at this dude. But yeah, just handling that stuff emotionally like that's just dumb. But yeah, nah, it's set up from the jump to make a dude look foolish. So yeah, I wouldn't even go in there unless you going on there with like, I'm going over here to crack some jokes and light this room up.
Yeah. Now on this next part of the video, you have his Latina ex-girlfriend who talks about, okay, well, he got $100,000.
Damn, real quick, my man Trey dropped. I like his comment. My man said, "Regular low income females judging men." Wow, that's facts, man. Some broke chicks with some aggression. It's like, look, I'm taking this out on some guys that come in here. Damn that, I'm popping all these balloons.
Right. But in this case, man, like like some of them was actually pretty cool about it, man. Just like he still that extra sassy type of dude, Yeah, he was definitely out feminized, but in this scene, right, like I guess this dude's put out a receipt talking about, yeah, this is the money that I got, but this is pretty much a receipt of how much money you spent, pretty much, maybe how much like the company has spent. But anyways,
my man was out here lying, huh?
Yeah, lying, man, just to get that check, man.
Free app because I had his number blocked. He texted me a picture of his bank account, which this is the receipt. His name right there, Aaron. I don't know what pro extra member means. I have no idea what all of this means. Supposedly this was his balance.
So you don't know what this receipt is, but he's basically saying I got money. Folks in the comments saw, they're like,
shout out to Abra, please for exposing fraud.
That's a contractor statement for how much they've spent at Home Depot this year.
Sure.
Because he works for a company, so he gets. So he ain't got no bread. He just lying, bro. 21 hours ago, this man was doing this. The man played y'all. Everybody who donated, everyone who vouched for him, everyone who said this dude is a stand-up guy, bro. He asking y'all for water while he's out here making it rain. Now, does that make sense?
Yeah, my man was making it rain with the GoFundMe money, huh? So he actually got the money, or
I'm thinking maybe probably at this point, maybe that was the GoFundMe money, or maybe that was the Cash App money. Bro, I'm not really for sure. I just know soon after when the MT Army start Cash Apping him, then I think the next day or 2 days later, that's when he started like tricking it off. So, and that kind of tells like a person's mentality because it's like, okay, you get money at your hand on your fingertips, and then you start blowing it off. Now,
yeah,
I'm going look. I want to be transparent, right? You know what I mean? Like, you know, like I made my foolish mistakes, you know, but that was more on the investment side. Again, we invest in stocks, options, or whatever. Like, you could either make your money grow or you could lose your money, like that, right? So I understand there's some people who will blow their money, losing thousands or millions, but probably due to like bad investments. But one of the worst investments of all is that when you just blowing your money to like these females out there, to the people in the club trying to act like you big bro, acting like you're a baller, and you're not really like balling like that. So people donating money, and that's how you repay them by tricking it off.
yeah. Nah, that's a good point because, like you said, man, people would get a blessing sometimes, and like you said, instead of taking the money and doing the right thing with it, maybe like getting some other certifications or something, building yourself up, or maybe if he was a plumber, like you said earlier, it's like, man, shit, get your own like setup where you could kind of be independent, and start branching out, doing other things. It's like, man, you go to the club and you're still trying to keep up this image, like you got money and stuff. So it's like, man, eventually it's gonna run out and you back to the same, position and stuff. So yeah, it definitely highlights like his mindset, like what he's willing to do as far as like lying and stuff. And I think that chick that was in the video breaking down the receipt, I think that was his ex or something, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was his ex-girlfriend. Like, just
Yeah, because I saw some clips going around where like he was like calling her all excessively and stuff, damn near on some like stalker type shit. So yeah, man, nah, he's just kind of, all he's doing right now is digging himself in a hole and it's exposing it like his mindset. So, where he could have went on that balloon show, handled himself better, people probably would have cracked a couple of jokes. They would have moved on. Now it's turning into like everybody's starting to dig into his life. He done, did MTR a little dirty where he's got to, kind of come back and speak on him. Like you said, he got a big fan base. Now his ex-girl came out. Now, everybody's like kind of like talk about the storyline and stuff. And then there was only probably a couple of people that I seen talked about him favorably, but everybody else is like, yeah, he's pretty sensitive, So it's just like snowballing into a bigger thing that he's constantly making it, which shows like my man ain't got no like discernment, intelligence, anything, competence, where he just misread this whole situation and just digging himself deeper and shit.
I mean, and overall, man, it's just bad character, man. And so, when you're as a streamer, man, like you gotta be careful, man, because you never want to put yourself like in a situation where like you're like, MTR, and now it's like, oh damn, like now you gotta try, you feel like you gotta try to defend yourself, defend like your brand, because you got people like him will be out there, man, to like just ruin your reputation, man. Like these people, man, unfortunately, man, like they don't really like give a damn about your brand, what you stand for, what you do. Like they don't give a damn about that. Stan says he was celebrating his birthday, and that Cash App money came, and he celebrated. Yeah, he celebrated in the most foolish way, I'll tell you that. But if you're in a situation where you're broke, ain't no time for you to be doing that. again, man, I gotta practice what I preach, man. So I gotta practice what I preach, man, to hold myself accountable as well too. You know, but I mean, again, going out there to the clubs like that and just throwing it away, that's no brainer, bro. It's just foolish. He still owe folks t-shirts before he does his OnlyFans page. Damn, you know. But Trey, like, you know, there was one comment he asked, right? He was like, "Do bros know how to talk to women today? How you speak and move is always absurd by all."
No, that's facts, man. Yeah.
The thing is, man, like, I don't think so, bro. No matter how big, buff, strong you are, if you're not that type of dude, you're just not it. And people will see that. They will see your insecurities. They're gonna see how you carry yourself. And it's sad, man. Like, cause like the way how he carried himself, and and for the ones who still know, I'm not talking about MTR, right? I'm just putting up there real quick. Like, it's sad, man. Like how people, like, man, they just operate, and then next thing you know, man, like they just get caught up, like, you know, in this foolishness, bro. So, but hopefully, man, like, you know, for all the people who donate, man, they could get their money back. Good learning lesson for, you know, for MTR. At least he's taking, like, you know, accountability for his mistakes. I know that's a hard pill to swallow, man. Hard thing to do, especially, like, you know, when people are blatantly, like, correcting you on that too, and be like, "Hey, bro, like, yeah, like, you messed up. You know, you got the people involved feeling sorry for this type of dude."
Yeah, but you know, the issue is, like, man, everybody wants to jump out there with the latest topic. And I get it, man. You want to be the first one and you want to get the views and stuff. But it's like, man, you can't be out here, because a lot of times guys will be like, women need to have more logic. They need to have more discernment. And, you know, if you go out there, you jump out here and make foolish moves, then, man, you kind of undercut that, like, argument when you talking to females, how they need to be operating. So that's why I was saying I was kind of shocked that he took his position and, you know, he tried to, you know, spin it as like, hey, this guy's standing up for himself. It's like, man, these chicks are cracking a couple jokes, man. Keep it pushing, man. You know, that's not defending yourself, like I said. So, you know, now, like, he let the guy on his platform and all this stuff happen, and he had to go back and, you know, apologize. So it's just like, man, he spent a lot of time and work, you know, building his stuff up. You know, very well-spoken guy, man. Like, you can tell he's a good dude, man. But it's just like, by trying to jump out there and just choosing a side, man, you know, you could hold off a little bit. You know, that's why I always tell everybody, man, like, get some of the facts first, and then you got to analyze it to see if it even makes sense before you try to choose a side and stuff, before you just want to jump out there and like, man, let me side with guys, man. This is what typically everybody wants to do. And it's just like, man, don't let people, like, sometimes I think, like, you know, when they do have like a platform like that, it's like, man, I got to go out here and I got to side with him and stick up for him. It's like, nah, man, you better analyze all them facts, because, man, you don't want to come back and be looking foolish and shit. So, I mean, it seems like you said, if he's taking accountability, man, it seems like he's learning from it. But, you know, it does still highlight the fact that, you know, you're lacking some judgment. If you saw that balloon popping thing and you want to decide with that guy, there ain't no way in hell I would decide with no sensitive ass male like that. Nah, facts, man. I mean, we got. Yeah.
I think, man.
Nah, because it's just like M3. I know how you are, man. You're a solid guy, and I know all the dudes that like Trey and even Stan. Like, man, if one of us would come out there and be operating, man, they would have pulled us to the side and be like, "Look, man, like, tighten up. Like, you don't need to be like doing that stuff." That's what I'm saying. It's just like, it's kind of exposing some of their mindsets. Whoever's like taking up for this type of shit, it's like, you know, it's exposing how you kind of think. Also, if you think this shit is okay and stuff.
Right. We got somebody in the Instagram chat. I know y'all can't really see unless y'all tune into our Instagram side, but somebody says, better rest in your masculinity. And then y'all men should not be bashing this guy to be to be a misandrous channel. Okay. And then I will call Montel from Montel Williams show to pray for y'all, right? I'll call the Montel Williams show to pray for y'all. I don't know. That sounds like I guarantee. I bet you that's Marcus, man. Hey, Marcus, if that's you, salute, man. You know, I don't know if that's you, but like, you know, the
It's
way you
good,
joke,
Marcus.
you know, that look like your jokes. But yeah, shout out to the people who are commenting on the Instagram gang side. Man, I wish I could like, you know, see them like from the StreamYard side of it of things. So hopefully uh they could make that integrated. It's a laugh out loud. Yeah, I know that's you, bro. You know, I mean, look. Now, I was gonna make a joke, but I know it's gonna backfire. But you know, no matter of fact, I'm gonna say that. Look, I may not be able to read that well, man. Like you know, on these bright lights in my eyes, but I could definitely read a joke, and I know who's joking around. So yes, Marcus with the joke.
So you knew that was Marcus, huh?
Yeah, man, I could read his jokes, man, a mile away, bro. You know, better than my reading. Um, and then let's see, if they give me a balloon, I'm making balloon animals. Yeah, that's definitely him. But somebody else. But yeah, but no, salutes to him, right? Now, anybody who's tuning in, man, like you know, if you guys want to donate, please donate to the Cash App, donate to the Venmo, and also please donate to the PayPal. You know, you can see it out down on the screen down below as it flashes around. Cash App is better. Please don't forget to like, you know, donate. And yes, you know, hit the Cash App, hit the PayPal, you know what I mean? Hit the Venmo. Donations. All right. So where I was gonna go with this, man. So yeah. Again, like it's definitely like a learning lesson for MTR, but this is what I'm gonna say, right? I do agree to what you're saying, Sophisticated Jerk, as far as you know, be careful how you jumping in because you're trying to get viewership. Because and like I said, I'm not discrediting him. I'm not saying Mio Couture is not a good guy or whatever. But we know that the brand comes first. We know that making money comes first. And if you have the mindset that's like you're like ready, set, go, let me be the first to get him on this platform while I still have the empty army, while I still have a bigger platform, while I still have a bigger audience. Let me go ahead and make content so I could hurry up and get paid because that is a hot topic. It's hard to resist someone that has these hot topics that's going on and you know it's trending. But for the ones who was patiently waiting, who's in the backgrounds doing research, by the time when they have their live streams, they could actually provide a ton of clarity for the audience. And I think that's what the people will appreciate the most when you're tuning into something. You want to make sure that the person who is advocating or is actually making reports about a person's character, assumingly, you want to make sure you have all the facts in together. And if you don't have all the facts in together, you can't make blanket emotional statements. And I think that's where the downfall is, what happened with MTR. And again, what it only shows too is that he is human just like anyone else.
Yeah, no, fact.
Anyone could make a mistake, and it's not me judging him. I like the guy, you know. I think he really does have a good heart for someone that has a huge mega platform. But again, you know, I think it does stem from a manosphere type of mindset. Even though you're claiming you're not a manosphere channel, which you're not, but however, you're still an advocate for certain men. And what it shows is that we have to be careful who we just freely pick and choose. Because we could be so desperate just to choose anyone that we could want to advocate for. And sometimes we're defending like the wrong person. A criminal is a criminal for a reason. A person is like a sassy person for a reason. Look, man, people like that, I wouldn't even waste my time to defend them. So
And M3, that's a good point because that's what I'm trying to say, man. Like everything doesn't need to be defended.
mm-hmm.
And man, you lose credibility like with any movement if you're just be like, you know what, I'm gonna defend anything like say like guys do. You give like the other side ammo or just whatever you're trying to like help. you give people ammo to be like, see, man, they defending nonsense. You know, it's kind of like a lot of the females when we're like, hey, man, y'all defend like females that shouldn't be defended. So it's just like guys are constantly calling that stuff out. But on the flip side, it's like, man, if you go and do the same thing, then, man, you just merge yourself into the same group of people that are biased and stuff like that. And you just lose your credibility. So that's what I'm saying. It's just like this story, it should have been something like, hey, man, like even if you're unbiased, you could have looked at this like, you know, they're probably wrong for just popping the balloons and kind of being, you know, like engaged in a conversation a little bit. Then you could pop the balloon, but you know, he still had the wrong behavior. So you could have like dissected from like both sides if you wanted to, but just to jump on his side and, you know, and turn it into some self-defense shit. That was just corny as hell, you know, because they just popped a balloon. It's not like they was like throwing like ninja stars at him and, you know, trying to stab him. So, you know, it's like, damn, we can't be that dramatic. We're supposed to be guys, level-headed, logical and shit like that. So yeah, that's why I was just like, damn, that's a little over the top. Self-defense, you know, in a room with people just popping balloons. Goddamn, like
man, look, I understand, man, that okay, in some cases, bro, like you may have to have a moment to yourself where you can let all your emotions out. You may have to have that type of therapist that you don't really care, that you're embarrassed by, to let all your emotions out as a man. I now that part I do encourage, like, hey, look, man, if you don't have nowhere else to let your all emotions out, man, find like a safe place where you can. But to kind of do the things that what he was doing, like some things, man, is not even necessary, you know. And I'll still keep like reiterating, like that part, the way how you operate, man, it just wasn't necessary. And you know, I couldn't advocate for someone like that. I may have an interview still just to get like, you know, the clarification, to get an understanding of what's going on. But honestly, like I would be pressing like, hey man, like, okay, so you gotta terminate, you gotta let go. Show me the receipts. You know? Like,
yeah.
I wouldn't like that's the only thing, man. I just think that, and I know you said show me the receipts, like have the receipts ready, pulled up. But I wouldn't have posted his Cash App. And I wouldn't even told him shout his Cash App out until receipts was proven. And then I probably would have done a follow-up live stream promoting, or have him come up so he could promote his Cash App and all that. So
no, that's a good point.
Yeah,
just saw you pulling up them text messages. What was them text messages for?
Yeah, so man, the guy got into his feelings, man, because the pressure came on MTR, and he asked him, "Hey, man, like, where's those receipts? I need you to show me those receipts so I could still validate and clear your name." I was like,
"Oh, you pull those up real quick? I want to take a look real quick. Let me see.
Yeah, sure. I'll definitely do that, man. So
yeah, I saw them. I was trying to read it a little bit.
Yeah, let me get that set up for you. So right here. I don't know if you can see in the bottom, but let's see if I can play it real quick.
Out of nowhere, I missed that call. Notification on his account. He is unable to get this money out of his account right now. Would open it. In fact, let's go through the DM conversations right now. Yesterday, last night, Sunday at 9:02 p.m., he called me. Out of nowhere. I missed that call. Notifications on my Instagram are obviously off. I only see things when I actually check my Instagram. He called me. I didn't see it. He said, "Damn, bro, that's crazy, man. You got me looking insane now and painted me out the wrong way." And I'm thinking to myself, when I finally saw this, I'm like, what are you talking about? He painted you out the wrong way. I've been going above and beyond to let you recount your story. I hold you accountable when you say weird things like tracking the woman in the car, or, you know, when you're throwing money in the club. We have these conversations, but what you tell to me is you're trying to be better. These are in private conversations. You're trying to be better. You're trying to learn. You're looking for advice. You're looking for mentorship. There is nothing that I've done up to this point that demonstrates me attempting to make you look crazy. This sounds more like someone biting the hand that is giving them a platform. He follows up and he says, man, bro, this got me stressing hard. Man, I thought you was my friend.
Let me pause
real quick. Yeah, this dude a weirdo, man. How you want to interview all of a sudden y'all best friends? Like, man, y'all see, man, this is like you said, man, you gotta vet these dudes out, man.
It's that feminine energy in these men, man. Like this man talking about, damn, bro. Like, first of all, you getting all tight, irate because the guy didn't respond to you in a timely manner that you want. But then also too on MTR's end, he's like, you're biting the hand who's pretty much giving you a platform. Here's the thing. I'm gonna be straight honest with you. The dude, no one asked MTR to bring this dude onto his platform. You, MTR, invited him. You reached out to him first. He probably didn't even know who the hell you were, to be honest with you. So he the one who scouted him first and tried to bring him to his platform. You know, of course, get the viewership, get an understanding, have men tune into it, whatever. A lot of times, again, we do get quick to say, look, it's the woman's fault, and the dude had a right to have an attitude to clap back. But that's not how we roll, bro.
But see, man, oh, my bad, man. I didn't mean to step on you. You done?
No, I was just gonna say, man, if they have an attitude, man, keep it pushing. That's all.
Yeah, but man, this is even this like little text trail, man. It just highlights how sensitive this dude was, man. Mm-hmm. Like it showed the missed calls, and he's following up with this like sensitive ass text. Like, damn, bro, that's crazy, man. You got me looking insane now, and you painted me out the wrong way, man, bro. This got me stressing hard, man. I thought you was my friend. Like, come on, MTR, man. Like, God. And to even expose somebody's text that you rock with, I don't think that's good business either, because I wouldn't even put nobody's stuff out there. Like, even if I made a bad judgment call, I would just take the L and be like, hey, look, I messed up even dealing with him. I misread the whole situation, but I'm not going to put out any text that anybody ever sent me. So I think I don't like how he's going about that either. I get it, man. Sometimes people want to prove certain things, but just a certain way, I guess I just always operated like I'll take the hit, and I'm not gonna go that path and like start exposing shit. Shit ain't that important to me. I make whatever suggestions, assumptions you want to make on the situation. Most people know how I rock. That's close to me, and I'm cool with them. Like, understanding if other people want to make like opinions about that, I'll just let it be. But I'm not gonna stoop to that level of like putting out people's information. So that's what I'm saying, man. Like, this is the issue when you make bad decisions, man. It sucks you into a point where, you know, you start kind of operating like the individual that might be crazy and stuff. They start like pulling you in with their like nonsense. So that's kind of where I see MTR going with this. And it's kind of sad because you usually, like I said, man, got a great platform. He's usually stoic and stuff, but he's getting sucked into this stuff, man. And it's just because he made a misstep.
But because he was emotionally invested into like this person's background and story, and so it's like more of like you wanted to be the big bro of someone that maybe you didn't really have growing up, especially if you're a single, if you grew up the only child. So in a platform like this, it's kind of like how women will do. Some women would like to like find like the most unstable guy like Kanye West, and they would like to build them up just to like fulfill their narcissism and say, hey, I don't want who made you. I don't want who made you to be the man that you are today. Without me, like, you want to be the guy. Just like him. Hey, I don't want who gave you a platform to speak. Without me, you won't even been talked about the most. But again, that's the way how some people operate.
Yeah.
And when I first saw the text message, I remember I was at the movies. I was reading that stuff, and I was like, man, like that was to me that was like kind of corny because I get it. Sometimes you got to show things to defend yourself, but this was supposed to be meant to be private. You could have said it in a way where it's like, hey, well, we had private messages in exchange. Now, if he kind of air out private messages, then of course you gotta do what you gotta do to defend yourself. But you ain't gonna be the one to kind of show it because it's not really our business for us to really know. It's just that as long as you know that you had a conversation and you have receipts or screenshots, there's not more you can really talk about. You just be like, hey man, like we had a conversation. He called, I missed. This is how it was. But I'm not about to show like, any private messages, but just know it went south.
Yeah, it's funny though. Looking at how MTR responded though. My man MTR talking to that guy like he's a jump off. My man was like, look, just woke up. Give me a call, just seeing this, So yeah, he was like, man, this dude kind of blowing me up. Like, man, like I gotta give him the message I send to chicks like after the club or something.
Right. You calling this dude back. I'm like, damn, man, like, I ain't gonna lie, man. Like some people like will wish that, man, guys like him will invest into their lives like that, for mentorship. This guy ain't looking for no mentorship, man. He's just looking for clout.
Yeah. He trying to get that come up.
Thing that I talked about within this conversation is I said, we only know about you and your story due to the GoFundMe, where you said you were fired from the place that you worked. Where did you work? What is the name of the business? What is the name of the company? I need you to provide that information because if you don't, you scammed on GoFundMe.
I'm going to say this too. The fact that you have no clue before going live what company this person worked for, he could have said something to you in private, but you don't even know what company he worked for. Come on, man. Like we got it's like playing chess, man, with some of these people, man. We gotta be 10 steps ahead. But actually, to be honest with you, it's not even like chess. It's like something simple that I would have asked. What do you do for, like, okay, you're a plumber. Where do you work at? Which company fired you? I need you to provide me with those details. Regardless, he ain't even got to tell his empty army where he works at. But at least have a thought and understanding, like, okay, he work at such and such. All right, cool. We could have a live stream. We could talk about it. I'll hear y'all. But after that, man, I would be like searching this dude up, man, to make sure he's like super legit,
Yeah, but see, man, because I agree with you, M3. Because like typically you should have like a outline of what you want to ask and stuff. But if he didn't jump out there and choose a side, man, you could have just like did an interview, asked him questions, and if you didn't side with him and like you said, like boost him up like that, you wouldn't even if he lied during the interview, you'd be like, look, I just interviewed him. He came and told his story. You separate after that, then it is what it is. But the fact that like he kind of chose the side, and like I said, he took that heavy stance at the beginning, that's what fucked him up. Where now he's kind of looking foolish because he was like, man, I'm jumping on this side, I'm standing up for this guy, because of how it plays out, maybe to his or maybe it's his internal stance or his platform. So like he's got to hold a bag now. So that's really what happened. But if he would have just did a interview, let him speak on the balloon thing and what happened maybe at his job, that would have been on that guy at that point, because you wouldn't have been co-signing none of it. You wouldn't have been like, hey, I'm sided with him, this is messed up. You should have just did the interview and leave it at that. Like, oh, okay, well, this is your side of the story. Glad we got it out, and you leave it at that, man.
Yeah,
but yeah, go ahead and play this. I want to see the rest of the email, the text exchanges, because it's.
Yeah, for sure. And as far as with his ex,
MTR is asking though. He's like, look, what's the name of that place that fired you?
Yeah. Definitely. But as far as like with his ex, man, like Aaron's ex, I think her name is Maria or something. I'm like, he even kind of like, kind of like threw a little bit of shade at her. You know what I mean? Like, not knowing like, hey man, like what she probably saying is like pretty much like legit. So, and I wouldn't come up to her to the platform if I already know that you already made a chosen side. Anyways, let's go ahead and play this.
Into his claims to give him a platform to speak about any damn thing. And I own it. I take accountability for that. No excuses. Okay. Well, I wish you the best, I said. My credibility is now in question because of lack of proof / receipts. I'm gonna go live in the next couple of hours to discuss this with my audience. Take care. You like that message? You just worried about making
pause real quick.
consequences
Yeah, sure.
I may
Yeah, because I
face.
just want to read because he going kind of fast. So yeah, he asked him like, what was the name of the place that fired you? His reply back was like, I'm not doing nothing until I talk to my attorney. I told you that already. Definitely scamming, you know. And that's what sucks to MDR, because like I said, he's got a good platform, man. Worked hard for his shit. But it's just like, you know, some missteps. So he kind of acknowledges that, you know, in that bubble right there where it's like, okay, well, I wish you the best. My credibility is now in question because of lack of proof / receipts. I'm gonna go live in the next couple of hours to discuss my audience. Take care. But see, man, that's you got to be playing offense versus defense, man. That's why I tell people, man, like if you want to get in that journalism lane, man, you might want to take some classes, get with somebody that actually, you know, has a journalism background, so you kind of know how to posture yourself, because it just keep you protected and stuff, you know, especially if you got like such a big platform, how to conduct interviews and stuff like that. Because it's jumping out there sometimes, man. That's you're now he's playing catch up. Like I said, now he's in that lane where he's got to come out here, expose stuff, and that could actually hurt some business, because now people, you know, if I seen him operating like this, I'm like, man, I'm not about to message this guy and stuff like that, because I don't know what's going to be exposed out there. So that's why I'm saying he's somewhat hurting himself by doing this stuff. That's why I tell people, man, you got to get a solid dude in your corner, man, that knows how to operate that. Before you jump out there, it's like, man, run some stuff by them people. You know, I do that with you, Manic, you know, Stan and stuff. I was like, hey, man, I can hit y'all up and like, what do y'all think about this? Y'all be like, nah, man, you know, change this up a little bit. And I think that's where more guys got to get that network where, you know, you have people in your corner that are not yes men, that's going to tell you the truth. Like, nah, man, don't go about it this way, because you might mess up your business. Or if you choose this side, you don't know too many details. So MTR definitely got to get some solid people in his corner.
Yeah, definitely for sure, man. So, but you know, we live and learn, man.
Yeah, no doubt. Nah, this is a teachable lesson. Like even with him, he's gonna bounce back, man. He got a great platform, so he's just gotta maneuver different.
Yeah, definitely for sure, man. Let's see.
What are you talking about? What consequences besides that you lie? Potentially, allegedly. I mean, I really don't know at this point. All you got to do is provide the receipts, baby. That's it. This whole shit would just go away. You get the GoFundMe money. That's all you have to do. But the way that you are now moving in totality with the other information that is coming out and will come out about you and your lifestyle is way more damning. It's way more ridiculous than I could have ever imagined. And what I thought was going to turn into a way to advocate for a man that was unjustly treated because of his presence on a game show has now turned into somehow you becoming the victim once asked to prove your particular situation. See, a man of integrity and truth would jump at the opportunity to show me the evidence. But this is not how you're choosing to move. Therefore, I sense deception. I told you we were negotiating and I would get it to you. But do what you got to do. You already switched up on me. Shout out to the queen of accountability. She stepped into my live stream that I did yesterday, the Abba and Preach response live stream. And she super chatted that she was going to do additional work to understand the validity of his claims. And I want to play for you that conversation that I had with her right now. All right, so I got the queen of accountability.
And so I want to start from here. So I'm sitting now. I'm actually pretty much done at this point. I just want to just like, you know, just make it clear that look, in this moment, this lesson, like we gotta learn from our mistakes. We gotta learn from our past. We have to learn from other people's mistakes, and we gotta be more careful and cautious, man. And unfortunately, these type of moments does like, you know, like set us back as as Black people, because we really want to help our people out so bad. But we also gotta be careful, man, of people who was out there like to like scam and harm the community versus somebody that's actually trying to do good for the community. In all cases, to wrap things up, you know, you guys can see the rest of it, the Queen of Accountability. I think she will be going live like maybe either later today, or I don't know if she's live now, or maybe she might be live tomorrow. But the Queen of Accountability definitely like put up some receipts. She did her homework. She did some research, and overall, man, the guy, according to what she's saying, seems like the guy don't whatever company that guy or license that guy say he has, seems like he's not even like a plumber at all. That's number one. Number two, everything that that he's saying as far as like people, contact his job, stuff like that or whatever. If you ain't even got like, like a license to be a plumber, or you ain't even really got like that job like that, maybe those people they didn't even get you fired. Maybe you don't even have a job at all. Maybe you're doing something else. You talk about you doing community activism and helping out like, single moms, like those talking points. Single moms, children, elderly. And there's no receipts, no pictures of you even doing that. So tell me you provide free plumbing service, but again, you're a man that's not providing no receipts. So at the end of it, man, like, you just gotta be careful, man, and watch what you do. And that's all I really gotta say, man, for this part.
Yeah, no. One thing I did want to touch on, because I'm glad you brought it up, man. One thing that irritates me about a lot of people, man, a lot of us are trying to build up and, build up others and stuff. And, a lot of people are focused on like community and stuff. And then it irritates me when you got somebody that will come and scam people and stuff like that. So, people just be more cautious, man. Pump the money into people that's actually doing the work out here and putting out like balanced messages, and you see them like putting other people on. So like I see they gave my man 14,000, man. They should be like breaking bread on like you intellectual soapbox, people that's like going out here always like networking with other folks and stuff. So yeah, I think we just got to get better at, man, what we throwing our money behind and stuff. So yeah, I'm glad you brought that up, man. So yeah, that's it for me, man. MTR, man, learn from this, man. You're gonna bounce back. Get you a network, and don't you ain't got to fight for everybody, man. Be cautious with that.
Yeah, definitely, for sure, man. Well, look, man, everybody, thank you for tuning into Knowledge and Relationships Talks to Tuesdays. Like I said, I know we haven't been streaming for a while, man, because this is summertime, so you gotta enjoy your vacation somehow.
Yeah, we took some downtime, but we gonna start slowly coming back. We're gonna get M3 back, pull them back in. Y'all send them super chats, hook up brother up.
Yep, look, all the super chats is down below, man. So I mean, if you guys could donate on YouTube, you guys could donate from here, man. So Cash App, Venmo, PayPal is definitely like, well appreciated. Until then, man, like, I want to sign off, man, and man, you guys have definitely a good night.
All right, peace, y'all.
And the outro. All right, peace.
Knowledge and relationships.